Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Look at the context. She doesn't want me to write her back. Just because that's what it says, that isn't what she means. But that's what she wrote. This rockfish kid chick totally still wants you. Rockfish kid chick. What? Okay. Is that what Imanako means? Rockfish chick? Rockfish kid? Okay. Totally still wants you. It even says it right here. There. I read it. I know what it says. I told you. You have to look at the context. She said I drifted away from her. And everything there shows that she's accepted that. I think the reason she wrote to me is that she wants to, I guess, part capably, but we're done, so she doesn't want to get back together, but, or whatever you're thinking. As I think about it more, it sounds to me like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. That's not a good place to be. I'm positive that she doesn't want me to write back. I can live with that. If I were to write her back, it gets less. And get a less than desired response, or no response, then I would just be crushed. Oh, what the fuck? Perhaps the fear of that is why I'm trying to justify my decision. It could be, but I don't want to think about it. The thought is oddly repulsive. Why is this such a big deal to you anyway? Because you should write back to her. She wants you to. I want to see what response is going to be. Damn. It doesn't even have to be a nice letter. That's cool too. But you could write an angry letter and call her out. That's my new attack strategy. I am just going to call women out, and you should try it. You know, she wrote me a letter. You have to understand what that means. Writing someone a letter is different now. It's not something you do. You just do. Not in this kind of situation. You can pick up your phone and call someone across the world in an instant and talk to them, almost like they were there with you. Or send them an email. They'll be notified instantly. That's why they got it and can reply back. Just like that. A letter can be a professional thing, but she wanted to keep me at an arm's distance. It's not like I can pop over there and visit her. If I had her number, I could call her. Or if I had her mail, I could mail her. Well, you do have her mail. You do. You'd send her a letter. I think he means email. If she really wanted to hear back from me, she would have dropped one of those in there. I feel silly for continuing reassuring myself that I'm not phased by Inawako writing to me, when it's so obvious that I am. It could be like a gradual thing for her. She might be too shy to call you up. I remember my girlfriend would always send me text messages because she was so shy. It was annoying as hell, man. I didn't really give a shit about phones, so I didn't have that thing. It turns out I had to pay for every single one, but I don't like phones, so I couldn't even call her back to tell her to cut it out. I did it anyway, though. I called her out, and I even used a phone. It was literally the call out. I guess it was. Even if he's right, it means that Inawako still wants to keep her distance from me. She's not ready to chat with me comfortably. Why? Am I some kind of freak? I'm not reassured by her reactions anyway. In that case, maybe I am overthinking it. But I just don't know. Just fucking do it. Damn, you got her address anyway. Kenji can't think of anything so to say to that. And the silence that follows is so awkward and thick that I start to count the seconds until he makes up a reason to leave and excuse himself. I miss her. Your ex? Yeah. Even if she was insane. It was a nice being with her. My back hurts. If she were still around, I could tell her to massage it. I don't know how to use an oven either. I miss baked food. And we would go bowling in the hallway sometimes. Your girlfriend sounds cool. Why so shy? I miss that too. I had a ball all by myself during the last festival. You bowled in the hallway? You're going to hit someone. She used to say that all the time. Kenji sighs nostalgically, clearly not appreciating just how badly someone can get hurt by slipping on a bowling pin. Apparently, neither did his girlfriend since she bowled with him. What a strange definition of love. But I guess it's something. Maybe you should write her a letter. If she writes back, you could get married. Married? No. Okay, fine. What? Why not? You clearly like her, even though you hate women. Feminists, not women. Feminists. There are a difference. There are non-feminist women. Damn, your discrimination is incredible. Correlation doesn't equal caution, even if she is insane. And women are, and a woman, it doesn't mean she is a feminist, insane woman. It's like how the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. If it's true, then by the relative property, the presence of evidence doesn't equal the evidence of presence. I actually think it is, and I don't think it's called relative property. No, shut up. It's mathematics. Are you saying math is wrong? I think he is wrong. So, even Kenji has someone that he likes. I'm tempted to ask why he and his ex broke up, or to dig for more information in general. But I shouldn't. Not only would it be prying, but he might reverse the question back to me. And the conversation makes me think about Suzune, although the thoughts I'm having are scattered and wispy. Just questions. I wonder if I even had the chance to love Iwanaka. And this whole situation with her still stings me, a sore note in the back of my mind. I like Suzune much more. Yeah, you better like her much more. Yet, it feels like I'm chasing her, even now. I don't mind the chase, but I want to close that distance between us. Iwanaka's letter is responsible, but I also felt this way for a while. I've come closer, but it's not enough. I want to try again, right now. I tell Kenji to get out so I can change, and then head to student council room. Yee! The grounds are mostly deserted today, which is a shame because it's so nice out. No one answers when I knock. I try to go in anyway. Hold on. Alright. But it's locked. When I pull my hand away from the doorknob, it's covered in dust. It looks like no one's been there since we left. Wait, why is it dusty? How much dust is in the school? Damn. Since I'm already out here and dressed, I might as well get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room, though. What? What's happening? On the way back there, I stumbled across Misha sitting down behind the main building. Why does she look so sad? Misha! Don't be sad! No, don't be sad. You're a happy-go-lucky girl. Her eyes close in a sleep. Oh, thank God. She looks very tranquil. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around or hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. My first instinct is to call out to her and ask if she has seen Suzune or if she wants to go to town with me. But now I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her. I leave her alone. Huh. She's just sleeping. Why would she sound like they're sleeping in the first place? Well, hold on here. Well, for right now, no, I was about to end it, but I think I can go a little bit longer. At least a little bit. Yeah, a little bit longer. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. For the first few days, hold on. Okay, I'm good. For the first few days after I was back, I almost forgot that I was in the student council. I managed to pick up here and there that the student council usually gets swamped with work around the end of the break, but it didn't have to be the case. The few times when I managed to catch Suzune or Misha, they were in too much of a hurry for me to get a chance to ask if they needed help. Anyway, anytime they weren't, I'd only be able to get a hold of Misha. Suzune would say something about how there was work, but was so little not involving either Misha or I would only bore us. After a while, the idea of having some free time again had started to grow on me, though there were still periods when I felt like I had too much of it. Hey, Suzune! Just when I was getting used to it, though, things changed again. I find myself back in the student council room arguing with Suzune about whether tissue boxes are good ballot boxes or not. I'm telling you, they work just fine, as long as they were cube-shaped ones, not the rectangular ones. Misha, you can assign that to her. I kinda got my hands full. On second thought, forget it. She is busy cutting out ballot slips. It's not getting close to the end of the year, eh? So if she were to make one errant movement, she would probably send those scissors flying into someone's head. I dropped the box of poster paints I'm carrying onto my little table in the student council room and cough as I wave. Dust hits me in the face. It really has been a while.
Do you think we should change the size of ballot slips? What? But Shi-chan, I've already cut out so many of them. We can make them smaller, and it will be more efficient. We just have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit in a single box. That way, we'll only need half the amount of paper then. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get a pizza, or maybe Chinese food, or cake, or 3 bowls of new ramen bowl. I want to try.
Sorry, I misread something. Suzune excitedly rubs a finger along the frame of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut even a half yen of sending off our budget. Since I think she is the only one who even knows what our budget is, I'm scared to ask just how tiny it is for her to have to do this. What about all the ballot slips Misha already cut out?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I can make them into memo pads and sell them in the school store. Shi-chan, they don't look very cute though.
Izune seems to disagree now that they're arguing, but it looks like it's consists of nothing more than signing. Yes, they do, and no, they don't. At each other until they're so tired of it, they're just taking turns pointing at each other commandingly. It's strange, partly because it is so kind of ridiculous, looks kind of ridiculous, but also because I've never seen them disagree. Then again, both of them have looked very stressed these past few days. Suzune has been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections. Though they're months away, I imagine this is how politicians act when they realize a regimen change is imminent and and their era is over. Oh yeah, they're seniors, aren't they? I'm having trouble taking student council matters seriously after all, even now, as I practice my calligraphy and signs that won't go up for weeks. But I can understand why Suzune does. After all, she has been student council president for 3 years, according to her dad. She has wanted the job for even longer. I guess the 3 years is too short a career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the last student council go through this trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Suzune makes a Cambridge face that tells me they weren't very helpful at it all. I guess you're doing all this to set a good example then? Ellipses?
That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, He-chan. If they don't, I will be hyper mad if they turn out to be the flaky type. I'll definitely be hard on them.
It doesn't seem very threatening, making Misha say it. So, you've already met them? Ellipses?
Haha, He-chan, there are no candidates yet.
What? None?
Not even the student council president. That is why I'm trying to drum up interest for the position. What do you think?
She probably holds up a poster she has been working on for herself, but it looks very military. You might be taking this a little too seriously then. Suzune frowns and plays with her glasses, offended.
Is that weird?
Yes. She looks oddly happy that I disagree with her, and I think that if she weren't genuinely focused on what she was doing, she would try to argue with me just because it would be interesting to her.
What's weird about it?
It looks like she will do that after all. But then Suzune waves her hand dismissively, like she is trying to catch the words in the air and deletes them. Instead, she catapults into insulting her future successors. Well, one thing that's weird is that in my old school, the elections would have been in about 6 months since you know you're graduating in March. It's pretty weird to think about them so early.
It's different.
A cup down on the table with a very loud pop.
Done.
She lets out a short laugh, seeming very pleased with herself, kind of like a toddler. I wonder if she had that drill-shaped hair a cut when she was little too. It would be like over half her body. Or was it something that she liked? She would. Oh my god. Or was it something more like her current look? It would make more sense. I guess we should head back then. I can't see the waitress. Try not to fall asleep while I pay for the sundae, okay?
It's not a Sunday. It's a parfait, He-chan.
You have ice cream on your nose. Alright. And now it's a good time to stop. So, if you enjoyed the session of Katawa Shoujo, please don't feel afraid to share and like these videos. Also subscribe to me, my channel, So Sith, yeah. And follow me on Twitter at SilSith. Alright guys, and y'all cool peoples, have a nice time. Later. And I'll come back to Katawa Shoujo in a little bit. Bye.